Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will go through the LeetCode daily question, and this question is asked on February 3rd. Okay, now we will go through the question. The question title is Trionic Array 1. Now we will go through the question and understand it. They are saying that we are given an integer array nums which is of length n. An array is trionic. They are saying an array is trionic if there exist indices p and q, and the indices should be between 0, that is the first element of the array, and the n minus 1, that is the last element of the array, and p and q should not be equal. And they are calling array as trionic if there exist indices p and q such that the subarray from 0 to p is strictly increasing, the subarray from p to q is strictly decreasing, the subarray from q to n minus 1 is strictly increasing. And what they are expecting from us is, if nums is trionic, they are saying to return true, else we will return false. Okay, now for understanding purpose, let's quickly go through the one example which they have given. Okay, they have given this example 1 3 5 4 2 6. If you look into this array, we can able to find two integers p and q, which are they have given 2 and 4. Let's mark the indices first: 0 1 2 3 4 5. So 2 and 4, these are p and q. And observe that the first condition, subarray from 0 to p, subarray from 0 to p is increasing. See, 1 less than 3 less than 5, it is strictly increasing. Again the second condition, the subarray from p to q, that is this subarray from here to here, it is strictly decreasing, as you can observe here, 5 greater than 4 greater than 2. And again the third condition, from q to last element of the array, it is increasing, that is this element is increasing, which is satisfied here. Sorry for that, which is satisfied here. Since these indices exist and these three conditions are satisfied, so this is trionic. So this array is trionic, so the expected output is true. Okay, and again if we go through this example, we will not able to find p and q such that those three conditions satisfies, so the output is false. Okay, so I think you have understood the question. Now also observe the constraints. That the size of the array is between 3 and 100, so which is not very large, and also nums of I is between -1000 and 1000, which is not very large. Okay, and I think this is a solvable question, which is this is a doable question. Also you can also see that this is easy marked. Yeah, this is quite a easy question. Now we will go through the thought process of this question. Okay, what we will do is, first of all, let's write one example 135 which they have given 4 2 6. The thought process is that first, to be trionic array, the first part of the array should be increasing, the second part of array is decreasing, again it should be increasing. Okay, again it should be increasing. This is first one, this is second one, this is third one. Okay, so it means some part of the array should be increasing, next decreasing, next increasing. So I think you got the intuition that we will take again sorry for that, it means you got the intuition that we'll take the pointer, but before let's mark the indices 0 1 2 3 4 5. Let's take one pointer, name it as I. Okay, now what we will do is, we'll implement the first condition, that is we will find the p or an index up to this, up to up to which it is increasing. That is, first we will see increasing part. Okay, since 1 1 to 3 is it increasing? Yes, move the pointer to here, move the pointer to here. Next 3 to 5 is it increasing? Yes, move the pointer to here. And 5 to 4 is it increasing? No. So only this part of array is increasing, and according to the question, this is our P. Okay, so with this the first part is completed. Here observe. Okay, observe. Here we are supposed to observe two conditions, that if I stays at here only, then there is no increasing part. What I am saying is, if I is 0 only, then it is not increasing, which violates the first condition, so we will return false. Or else if I is went till the end, if I went till the end, then in that case also only first condition is satisfied and there are no elements to satisfy the condition number 2 and 3. So if I equals to n minus 1 also, we will return false after the first condition. Okay. Now suppose we got P somewhere here. Now after that we will go to the second condition, which is decreasing. Okay, now I will see. So now I am here. Next element, is it decreasing? Yes, move that pointer to here. Again, see the next element, is it next? See the next element, is it decreasing? Yes, move the pointer here. So my pointer is here. Next, see the element is decreasing, so this is not decreasing. So according to the question, this is Q. So this part of the subarray is decreasing. And again here observe two cases. In the decreasing part, if I went through n minus 1, that is I went through the all, so condition 1 and 2 met, but condition 3 will not going to satisfy because there are no elements, since I is reached to the end of the array. So if I equals to n minus 1, after this one we will return false. Okay, or suppose okay, this one. Okay, now condition 2 also completed. Suppose if our Q is somewhere in between here, not n minus 1. Okay, next we will go through the third condition, which is increasing one. Okay, we will see, is the next element is more? Yes, move the pointer to here, move the pointer here. And is the next element is more? No, because it reached out of bounds, or the array got completed. Okay, so from here to the till the end it is increasing. Okay, now here observe that condition 3 will get satisfied only if I equals to n minus 1 after implementing 3, because according to the question, from Q to the end of the array it should be increasing. Since it is increasing, I will go to the end, so I should be n minus 1, then only we will return true. Else if I is not n minus 1, I somewhere landed here, then it is increasing up to a certain part, and again it is not increasing, so we will return false in that case. Okay, we will return false in that case. With this 3 conditions met. Okay, now what we will do is we will write this pseudo code for this question, which is simple, which is easy. Based on these conditions we will write the pseudo code. Okay, now first thing is for increasing. What we will do is we will take one while loop, and if I and enter that I is less than n minus 1, since we are checking since why it is n minus 1 minute, why it is n minus 1, since we are here and we are checking other elements. So the last element, this index is n minus 1, this index is n minus 2, so it is sufficient to get over here. Okay, so let's go through the pseudo code. So I less than n minus 1, and first increasing part, array of I should be less than array of I plus 1. In this condition what we will do is we will do I plus plus. Okay, and after this one if any two conditions satisfy, we will return this one. Okay, then we'll go for the first condition is get completed here, and we'll go for the second condition, which is decreasing I less than n minus 1 and array of I is greater than array of I plus 1. What we will do, we will do I plus plus, and if this condition satisfies, that is I less than n minus 1, then we will return false. Else we'll go through the third condition. That is increasing, that is while I less than n minus 1 and array of I is less than array of I plus 1. We'll do I plus plus, and if this condition happens, then only we will return true, else we will return false. Okay, and this is the pseudocode. I think this is the pseudocode. Yeah, I think I have written better, but hope you understand. And the next part is, if we analyze the time complexity. Since we are traversing through the array only one time, it is big O of n. And what about the space complexity? Since we are not taking any extra space, the space complexity is big O of 1. Okay, so now I think you have understand the equation and the logic here. We are not doing anything more. We are just iterating through the array, and we are checking the conditions which they have given. Okay, and now we will code this one and see what happens. Okay, we will do coding. First, what we will do is we will get the size of the array, which we can do using nums dot size. Next, the first part is that increasing part, that is while we need to define I, right? Yes, int I equals to 0, and I less than n minus 1 and nums of I is less than nums of I plus 1. We'll do I plus plus, and if I equals to 0 or I is equals to the last index, then in that case we'll return false. Else we'll go through the second condition, which is decreasing while I is less than n minus 1 and nums of I is greater than nums of I plus 1. We'll do I plus plus, and here in the second case, if I equals to the last index, then the condition fails. The condition 3 will fail. We will return false. Okay, else we will return false. Okay, after that we'll increasing condition, that is the third condition, that is while I is less than n minus 1 and nums of I is less than nums of I plus 1. Do I plus plus, and the third condition satisfies only if I is the last index, I points to the last index, then only we will return true, else we will return false. Okay, we will return false. Observe that time complexity is big O of n and space complexity is big O of 1. Okay, so let's run the code and see. Yep, see, and yes, we got it. Okay, I hope you guys understand the solution, and I think this is the end of this video. If you have any doubts or if I have done any mistakes, please put it in the comment section, and that's it. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, keep growing, and keep grinding. Okay, so thank you all once again. I will see you in the next video. Jai Hind. Bye.